No one spoke when they reached the clearing. The radio crackled once, then went dead. The ground looked wrong, like something had been disturbed and then carefully abandoned. The silence felt deliberate, as if the land itself was waiting to see what they would do next. The patrol had started before sunrise, when the savannah still hadn't let go of the night. A pale blue haze clung low to the grass, and the air was cool enough to raise goosebumps on bare arms. Ranger Daniel Moyo walked first, rifle slung but untouched, eyes scanning from habit more than fear. Behind him came Aisha and Tom, both quiet, boots brushing softly through dry stems. They were following tracks they hadn't expected to see again so soon. 2 days earlier, they'd marked this area as sensitive. Flattened grass. A shallow scrape beneath thorn bushes, just off the usual game trail. Daniel had logged it with a note that made everyone slow down when they read it. New life likely present.
These cubs rely
Monitor.
entirely on their mother
Do not
for
approach.
warmth and protection in the
That
harsh
morning,
wilderness.
the adult tracks had been there. Large. Heavy. Deliberate. Now they were gone. Aisha slowed, lifting her hand. She was here, she said quietly. Daniel crouched and ran his fingers over the soil. The edges of the prints were soft now, blurred by wind. She moved during the night. Tom frowned. Would she leave them this long? No one answered. Because out here, nothing ever came with simple reasons. The sun crept higher, throwing long shadows across the clearing. Insects began their thin, electric hum. Somewhere far off, a bird called, then stopped. Daniel felt his stomach tighten. They approached the bushes carefully. The smell reached them first, warm earth, milk, something faintly metallic. Not rot. Not blood. Just the raw scent of something new. Aisha swallowed. I don't hear anything. That's what worries me, Tom said. They stopped a few meters away. From a distance, the bushes looked untouched. Too untouched. Daniel had learned to distrust places that looked perfect. He scanned the grass beyond the clearing. No movement. No shape breaking the line of light. No eyes watching back. She hasn't returned yet, he said. Aisha shifted her weight. Or she has. That thought settled between them. Rangers were trained to observe, not interfere. Especially with newborns. But walking away too soon could be just as dangerous. Tom adjusted his hat. We shouldn't get closer. Daniel nodded, then hesitated. 30 seconds, he said.
Control, this is Daniel.
We looked.
We're observing the target near the
Then
ridge.
we're gone.
All quiet for now.
They stepped in. The ground beneath the bushes was pressed into a shallow bowl. The air felt warmer here, held in place. Daniel noticed it immediately, like stepping into someone else's breath. Then he saw it. A twitch. Barely there. Aisha inhaled sharply. There. Daniel parted the grass just enough to see. And froze. Not because something was missing. But because something was there. Two small shapes lay pressed together in the dirt, bodies hardly bigger than his forearm.
Over the clearing,
Their
the
eyes were
lioness
closed
keeps a
tight,
watchful eye,
faces creased in that
protecting her
unfinished
newborn
way
cubs
newborns
hidden
have.
within the thorns.
One shifted, letting out a thin sound that barely carried beyond the nest. Alive. Daniel exhaled slowly. They're here, he said. Both. Tom's shoulders dropped. Thank God. But the relief didn't hold. Something wasn't right. Why aren't they making noise? Aisha asked. Daniel watched closely. Newborns were usually restless. Searching. Crying. These two were still. Not weak. Just quiet. They're conserving energy, Daniel said. Then paused. Or they've learned to. Learn from what? Tom asked. Daniel didn't answer. One cub stretched a paw and rested it against the other, settling. They look healthy, Aisha said. So why would she leave? Daniel straightened. His pulse picked up.
Just days old,
We've been here
these
too long.
cubs rely entirely
The
on
wind
their mother
shifted.
for warmth and protection
Not
in
randomly.
the harsh wilderness.
The grass behind them moved with weight. Daniel felt it before he saw her, the pressure, the attention. Then she stepped out of the grass. Less than 30 meters away. The lioness stood low and steep. Daniel slowly raised his hands and stepped back from the nest. Aisha mirrored him. Tom followed, breathing shallow. The lioness didn't charge. Didn't roar. She watched. Reading them. Daniel stopped when the grass brushed his leg. "We're clear," he murmured. The lioness stepped forward. Once. Then again. Her gaze flicked to the nest, then back. Daniel felt something tighten in his chest. "She left them on purpose," Aisha whispered. Daniel nodded. She knew where they'd be safest. "Alone?" Tom said. "Hidden," Daniel replied. While she pulled danger away. The lioness reached the edge of the nest and sniffed. Her body eased, just slightly. Then she looked at them again. The message was simple. "You saw them. Now go." They backed away slowly. Not turning. Not rushing. When they were far enough, the lioness slipped into the nest and curled around the cubs. One stirred. The other pressed closer. Aisha let out a breath she hadn't realized she was holding. "She trusted us." Daniel shook his head. "No. She allowed us." They watched from a distance. Logged the sighting. Adjusted patrol routes. Quiet work. Necessary work. Before leaving, Daniel looked back once more. The lioness lay
Control,
alert,
this is Daniel.
eyes on the
We're observing
horizon.
the target near the ridge.
One
All
cub
quiet for
draped
now.
across her leg. The other tucked into her chest. She looked exactly where she belonged. As they walked away, the grass closed behind them. The wind erased their tracks. By afternoon, the clearing looked like nothing had ever happened. But Daniel knew better. Some moments don't announce themselves. They don't ask to be explained. They happen quietly. And once you've seen them, you carry them with you.